All right, today is the big day clarinets where you get to assemble both parts of your clarinet together. There are two reasons you haven't done this yet. One, you need to make sure your left hand position is good. So notice I have a kind of curved fingers. I'm covering the holes, they kind of come up. And my left thumb is at a 40, look at this one, not the one up here. This one right here. 45 degree angle to my right. I'm covering the F hole with my thumb and touching that, then my fingers come around like that. Okay, your left thumb hand position needs to be good before you move on to this step. All right, so we have already assembled the top half of our clarinet. In order to assemble the bottom half, you have your bell that goes on this end. Use a twisting motion. Notice I'm being careful not to apply pressure on these rods because they bend very easily. So be extremely careful. Don't use more force than you need to and use a twisting motion. All right, here's the big kahuna. If you don't hear anything I say, at least hear this part. When you play a D on your clarinet, it raises that little key. See that bad boy coming up and down right here? This needs to go above this little pad on your clarinet, on your bottom half, on the bottom part of your body. So when you put these two together, press down this key so it raises that little pad, and then use a twisting. This is actually kind of the grip I use. I put just my middle finger on that one, and then I carefully and slowly twist them together while I'm watching those two pads. So you remember the pad that moved? That now sits on top of the little receiver in your bottom. So I'll do that again. That goes underneath the pad. So again, press down your D key or cover your D hole and use a twisting motion to carefully combine these two and lining them up. All right, that's assembly. Now, to hold it, your left hand is exactly the same. Do not change your left hand. Now, your right hand, you've got this little guy right here. Your left thumb is going to go here. Make your thumb look exactly like mine. Not over here, not over here, none of this business. You'll squeak and squawk all over the place when you try and play anything on that side of the clarinet. Right there. Okay, now it can get a little painful sometimes when you're not used to it. So you'll notice in my right hand, it's kind of similar to my left hand. My fingers are slightly curved. It's like I'm eating a sandwich. And then they go over the holes like that. And your pinky key is not going to sit under here. It's going to rest. Might as well rest it on lower. That's what we call this note right here, is lower. Okay? And then your fingers hover above the keys until you play them. Notice my posture. Well, it's hard to demonstrate with the camera. I'll sit in this chair. Here we go. Notice my posture. Notice the angle of my clarinet, not out like this. You're not an elbow, not straight at the ground. All the way out. I'll show you straight on. Okay. Now, it's important that you don't let your thumb come in too far, because then your fingers have to do this stuff. And when you're pressing, when you're trying to cover holes like this, you're going to squeak and not cover them all the way. And also, this is going to cause you a lot of pain. So again, like this. Now, the last thing you need to know about holding your right hand position is that if you do find that your thumb becomes too sore, and it's going to get a little sore, it's going to get a little irritated right here on your thumb once you start playing a lot. That's pretty normal. You'll get a callus there and it won't even be a thing. Now, if you do want to completely avoid that, you can get a neck strap. Some clarinets, this one doesn't have it, but some clarinets have like a hook or a ring here where you can attach a neck strap and then that helps hold up the clarinet. So the weight of the clarinet all sits on your right hand. This hand balances, but the weight of the clarinet sits here. Right? So don't try and hold it up with anything. All right? Good luck and congratulations.